The movie introduces us to a highly unconventional nun named Sister Lu. Throughout her life, it was said that she constantly broke the strict rules of her convent. Because of her rebellious nature, absolutely no priest or fellow nun wanted to work alongside her anymore. However, there was exactly one exception to this rule: Father Novak. Father Novak had personally raised Lu ever since she was a little child, and he remained the only person willing to stand by her side. Time and time again, he sternly warned her that she needed to stop acting out, or else no one would ever want to work with her. Even on this particular day, Father Novak is escorting Lu on a train journey to Rome for an extremely urgent exorcism. A famous and highly influential person has reportedly been possessed by a terrifying demon, and Father Novak's specialized team has been called in to save them. As the train races toward Rome, Father Novak continues trying to reason with Lu, but she is deeply frustrated, and for a very good reason. Her frustration traces all the way back to her childhood. Lu's father, Roman, was a dedicated demon investigator who frequently assisted Father Novak in performing dangerous exorcisms. One horrifying night, young Lu woke up to the terrifying realization that a demon had taken complete control of her own father. Before the demonic creature could harm her, Father Novak and his team managed to rescue Lu, but tragically, they couldn't save Roman. Exactly what happened to her father after that night remains a closely guarded secret. Even now, Father Novak outright refuses to tell her the truth, and his prolonged silence has filled Lu with years of suppressed anger. Furthermore, another issue deeply bothers her. She questions why only priests are allowed to perform exorcisms, and why a nun cannot do it too. Lu desperately wants to follow in her father's footsteps and fight demons herself. But every single time, she brings the topic up, Father Novak simply tells her to be patient and to trust that everything will eventually work out. Despite her intense inner turmoil, the train around them is bustling with other passengers. Sitting right beside Lu is a sweet little girl named Sophia, who is traveling with her nanny, Sister Nancy. Seeing Lu's distress, Sophia tries to comfort her, sharing that her dad always told her that even the hardest times come to an end if you stay brave. Those profound words strike a chord with Lu. Curious, Lu asks Sophia what her father does for a living. Sophia proudly smiles and replies that he is an engineer, and he is actually the one who designed this very train. Lu naturally assumes the little girl is on her way to reunite with him, and she instantly grows fond of Sophia. They aren't the only interesting passengers on board. There is also a young couple named Vicky and David. After growing tired of Father Novak's relentless lectures, Lu heads toward the dining car where she crosses paths with the couple. She ends up helping Vicky, and the two quickly become close friends. Soon, Lu and Vicky grab a few drinks together, and for a short while, everything seems perfectly normal. Father Novak remains focused on his mission. Sophia happily enjoys the trip. David waits for his girlfriend, and the budding friendship between Lu and Vicky keeps growing. None of them have the slightest idea that before this journey is over, the train will become the stage for a nightmare beyond human imagination. Another passenger on that train is a man named Gabriel. Before boarding, his girlfriend, whom he had only met a few weeks earlier, handed him a mysterious box. She looked deeply into his eyes and instructed him to open it only when he was completely alone on the train. Now that Gabriel is finally by himself, as the train speeds through the darkness, he remembers her words and slowly opens the box. Inside rests a strange, unsettling statue that doesn't look human at all. Gabriel stares at it, completely confused, wondering what kind of bizarre gift this is supposed to be. Just then, little Sophia happens to walk past and immediately recognizes the figure. She tells Gabriel that the statue represents Asmodeus, the terrifying king of demons, according to ancient legends. Asmodeus possessed horrifying power, including the ability to control multiple people at the exact same time. But then Sophia simply laughs it off, brushing it away as probably just an old myth, reasoning that demons aren't actually real. A moment later, Sister Nancy arrives and calls Sophia away. Gabriel is still pondering what Sophia said, when out of nowhere, the incredibly sharp edge of the statue slices his hand. To Gabriel and, likely anyone watching it, seems like nothing more than a harmless small cut. But no one has any idea what that tiny wound is about to unleash. Meanwhile, Completely unaware of the looming threat, Vicky and Lou are chatting nearby. During their conversation, Lou notices a man named Louis secretly stealing belongings from other passengers. She bravely confronts him, warning him to put everything back, or she will tell everyone. Louis realizes she is dead serious and quietly returns all the stolen items. So far, things seem under control. But the story then cuts back to Gabriel, and something is terribly wrong with him. His body begins shaking uncontrollably. He feels freezing cold, and little by little, his face begins to physically change. It no longer looks human. Before anyone can comprehend what is happening, Gabriel transforms into something horrifying and demonic. The exact moment his transformation completes, the train itself begins to violently malfunction. The engines start failing, and the overhead lights flicker on and off. At first, everyone assumes it's just a minor technical issue. But then, crows begin violently crashing into the train's windows. One after another, then dozens, and then hundreds. Soon, it feels like thousands of birds are mercilessly slamming into the glass. Panic rapidly spreads through the passengers, trying to keep the peace. The conductor makes an announcement, telling everyone not to worry. He claims they have suffered some minor damage to the windows and will stop at the next station, which is only 5 minutes away, before continuing their journey. The passengers reluctantly believe him, hoping it's just an accident. However, Sophia is absolutely terrified by the spectacle. She looks at Nancy with pure fear in her eyes and asks if they are going to be okay. Sitting right beside them is a man named Edwin. He's a selfish and bitter guy with a terrible habit of making every situation worse. He fearmongers, noting that birds can sense danger before it happens, and suggests that something terrible is about to happen to them. His grim words instantly make everyone uneasy. Angry at Edwin for scaring people, a passenger tells him to stop and reassures Sophia, but Sophia soon notices a horrifying detail. The train completely blows past the next station without stopping. Instead, it keeps speeding up faster and faster. The passengers are entirely confused as to why the train isn't slowing down. Only Lou realizes that whatever is happening isn't something any human could possibly control. She rushes to Father Novak and tells him everything. Father Novak calmly replies that he will find out what is going on, instructing her to keep the passengers calm until then. While Lou and Vicky tried their absolute best to reassure everyone, Edwin won't stop spreading panic, and everyone quickly grows sick of listening to him. Finally, Lou decides there is only one way to physically stop the train, and she heads straight for the driver's cabin. Everyone follows close behind her, but the moment they step inside, they realize it is already too late. The train operator is dead and no one knows who killed him. The horrifying sight leaves everyone frozen in fear, and the passengers turn to Lou, desperately asking how this is even possible. Before Lou can answer, reality itself shifts, and in an instant, Lou is pulled directly into the spirit world. Waiting for her there is Father Novak. Lou is completely confused as to why he brought her to this realm to talk. Father Novak finally reveals the heavy truth. She had always asked what really happened to her father, and now it was time she knew. He explains that Lou's father, Roman, had been possessed by Asmodeus, the king of demons, a powerful evil force that wanted both Lou and her father dead. And now, that exact same demon has boarded this very train. Father Novak warns her that if she wants everyone to survive, she will have to stop it herself. Lou isn't ready for something this terrifying. But before she can ask another question, Asmodeus appears right in front of her and brutally murders Father Novak right before her eyes. Lou snaps back out of the spirit world. The passengers immediately run toward Father Novak's physical body, but it is clear that everything has already fallen apart.